Oh, I say! Congratulations!
Берлинг, спасибо, но пока еще слишком рано для этого. Так что ничего не говори. Но мне намекнули. Видите ли, я был лорд-мэром здесь 2 года назад, когда нас посетила королевская семья. И меня всегда считали хорошим и полезным участником вечеринок. Так что, я полагаю, что есть очень хорошие шансы на рыцарство. Пока мы будем вести себя хорошо, не попадем в полицейский суд или не устроим скандал, а? Самодовольно смеется.
Jose laughs. You seem to be a nice, well-behaved family.
Birlin, je pense que nous devrions réfléchir aux paroles de mon père. Bien avant que le temps n'ait un nom, le premier maître de Spinjitzu.
Jose, sorry to interrupt, but I have to get back on track here. So, if that's the only obstacle, sir, I think you might as well accept my congratulations now.
Birlin, non, non, je ne peux pas faire ça. Et ne dis rien maintenant.
Jose, not even to my mother? I know she'd be delighted.
Birlin, eh bien, quand elle reviendra, tu pourras lui donner un indice. Et tu pourras lui promettre qu'on fera de notre mieux pour éviter les ennuis pendant les prochains mois. Ils rient tous les deux. Eric entre.
Eric, what's the joke? Started telling stories?
Birlin, oui, des histoires sur la façon dont, bien avant que le temps n'ait un nom, le premier maître de Spinjitzu a créé Ninjago.
Hansini, would you like to see me defenestrate myself, Eric? Eric, sitting down. Yes, please, takes decanter and helps himself. Mother says we mustn't stay too long, but I don't think I made it. I left him talking about clothes again. You'd think a girl had never had any clothes before she gets married. We're in a potty about them.
Burling, yes, but you've got to remember, my boy, that clothes means something quite different to a woman. Not just something to wear, and not only something to make them look prettier, but, well, a sort of sign or token of their self-respect.
Jose, that's true. Eric, eagerly. Aye, but checks.
Birlin, eh bien, de quoi te souviens-tu?
Eric, confused.
Burling, green.
Jose, amused. Sounds a bit fishy to me. It also smells and looks fishy. I think it's a fish.
Birlin en prenant les choses de la même façon, ouais, tu ne sais pas ce que font certains de ces garçons ces jours-ci. Plus d'argent à dépenser et de temps libre que moi à l'âge d'Eric. Il nous faisait travailler dur à l'époque et nous maintenait à court d'argent. Même à l'époque, on s'en sortait et on s'amusait un peu de temps en temps.
Jose, I'll bet you did.
Birlin, solennellement, mais c'est là le problème. Je ne veux pas vous faire la morale, jeunes gens. Mais la plupart d'entre vous ne comprennent pas que dans un tel confort, un homme devrait suivre sa propre voie, prendre soin de lui, bien sûr, de sa famille, tant qu'il ne se blesse pas trop. Mais vous pensez que, comme certains le disent et l'écrivent de nos jours, chacun devrait prendre soin de tout le monde, comme si nous étions tous mélangés comme des abeilles dans une ruche, la société et tout le reste. Mais croyez-moi, jeunes gens, je l'ai appris à mes dépens, un homme doit s'occuper de ses affaires, de lui-même et de ses affaires. On sonne à la porte. Birlin s'arrête pour écouter.
Eric, somebody at the front door?
Burling, Edna'll answer it. Well, have another glass of port, Jose, and then we'll join the ladies. That'll stop me giving you good advice.
Eric, yes, you've powered it on a bit tonight, Father.
Burling, special occasion. And feeling contented, for once, I wanted you to have the benefit of my experience. // Edna enters //
Edna, please, sir, an inspector's called.
Burling, an inspector? What kind of inspector?
Edna, a police inspector. He says his name is Inspector Vikram, Rahul, Abishek, Pranav, Rajeshes.
Burling, don't know him. Does he want to see me?
Edna, yes, sir. He says it's important.
Burling, all right, Edna. Show him in here. Give us some more light. // Edna does, then goes out, // I'm still on the bench. It may be something about a warrant.
Jose, lightly. Sure to be. Unless Eric's been up to something, nodding confidently to Burling. And that would be awkward, wouldn't it?
Burling, humorously, very.
Eric, who is uneasy, sharply. Here, what do you mean? Jose, lightly. Only something we're talking about when you were out. A joke, really. Eric, still uneasy. Well, I don't think it's very funny.
Burling, sharply, staring at him. What's the matter with you?
Eric, defiantly. Nothing. Edna, opening door and announcing. Inspector. The inspector enters, and Edna goes closing the door after her. The inspector need not be a big man, but he creates at once an impression of excellence, solidarity, and purposefulness. He is a man in his 50s, dressed in a plain, darkish suit of the period. He speaks carefully, weightily, and has a disconcerting habit of looking hard at the person he is addressing before actually speaking.
Inspector. Burling. Yes. Sit down, Inspector. Inspector. Burling. Have a glass of port, or a little whiskey. Inspector. Burling. You're new, aren't you? Inspector. Burling. I thought you must be. I was an alderman for years, and Lord Mayor 2 years ago, and I'm still on the bench, so I know the Brumley police officers pretty well, and I thought I'd never seen you before. Inspector. Burling. Well, what can I do for you? Some trouble about a warrant. Inspector. Burling, after a pause, with a touch of impatience. Well, what is it then? Inspector.
Eric, involuntarily. My God, Inspector! Yes, she was in great agony. They did everything they could for her at the infirmary, but she died. Suicide, of course.
Burling, rather impatiently. Yes, yes. Horrid business. But I don't understand why you should come here. Inspector, Inspector.
Jose, showing annoyance. Any particular reason why I shouldn't see this girl's photograph, Inspector?
Inspector, coolly, looking hard at him. There might be.
And the same applies to me, I suppose.
Inspector, yes.
Jose, I can't imagine what it could be.
Burling, and I must say, I agree with them, Inspector. Inspector, it's the way I like to go to work. One person and one line of inquiry at a time. Otherwise, there's a muddle. Burling, I see. Sensible, really. Moves restlessly, then turns. You've had enough of that port, Eric. // the inspector is watching Burling, and now Burling notices him. / inspector. I think you remember Priya Smith now, don't you? Mr. Burling? Burling. Yes, I do. She was one of my employees, and then I discharged her. Iris, is dit hoekom hy selfmoord gepleeg het? Wanneer was dit, pa? Burling, just keep quiet, Eric, and don't get excited. This girl left us nearly 2 years ago. Let me see, it must have been in the early autumn of 1910. Inspector, yes. End of September, 1910. Burling, that's right.
Jose, look here, sir, wouldn't you rather I was out of this?
Burling, I don't mind your being here, Jose. And I'm sure you've no objection, have you, Inspector? Perhaps I ought to explain first that this is Mr. Jose Croft, the son of Sir George Croft, you know. Inspector, Mr. Jose Croft, eh? Burling, yes. Incidentally, we've been modestly celebrating his engagement to my daughter, Sheila. Inspector, I see. Mr. Croft is going to marry Miss Sheila Burling?
Jose, smiling. I hope so.
Inspector, gravely, then I'd prefer you to stay.
Jose, surprised. Oh, all right.
Somewhat impatiently, look, there's nothing mysterious or scandalous about this business, at least not so far as I'm concerned. It's perfectly straightforward case, and as it happened more than 18 months ago, nearly 2 years ago, obviously it has nothing whatever to do with the wretched girl's suicide. Inspector. Inspector, no, sir. I can't agree with you there. Burling, why not? Inspector, because what happened to her then may have determined what happened to her afterwards, and what happened to her afterwards may have driven her to suicide. A chain of events. Burling, oh well, put like that, there's something in what you say. Still, I can't accept any responsibility. If we were all responsible for everything that happened to everybody we'd had anything to do with, it would be very awkward, wouldn't it? Inspector, very awkward. Burling, we'd all be in an impossible position, wouldn't we?
Eric. By Jovely Govely Schmongldankers. Yes, and as you were saying, Dad, a man has to look after himself.
Burling, yes, well, we needn't go into all that. Inspector, go into what? Burling, oh, just before you came, I'd been giving these young men a little good advice. Now, about this girl, Priya Smith. I remember her quite well now. She was a lively, good-looking girl, country-bred, I fancy, and she'd been working in one of our machine shops for over a year. A good worker, too. In fact, the foreman there told me he was ready to promote her into what we call a leading operator, head of a small group of girls. But after they came back from their holidays that August, they were all rather restless, and they suddenly decided to ask for more money. They were averaging about 22 and 6, which was neither more nor less than is paid generally in our industry. They wanted the rates raised so that they could average about 25 shillings a week. I refused, of course. Inspector, why? Hansini attempts to play the first few notes of the Moonlight Sonata on a one-string acoustic guitar. Burling, surprised. Did you say why? Inspector, yes. Why did you refuse? Burling, well, Inspector, I don't see that it's any concern of yours how I choose to run my business. Is it now? Inspector, it might be, you know. Burling, I don't like that tone. Inspector, I'm sorry, but you asked me a question. Burling, and you asked me a question before that, a quite unnecessary question too. Inspector, it's my duty to ask questions. Burling, well, it's my duty to keep labour costs down. And if I'd agreed to this demand for a new rate, we'd have added about 0.0045% to our labour costs. Does that satisfy you? So I refused. Said I couldn't consider it. We were paying the usual rates, and if they didn't like those rates, they could go and work somewhere else. It's a free country, I told them.